going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here on this Monday with some big IPL 2024 news. We've officially got the full player retention list and released players. We've also got a couple trades that have gone down. I'm going to leave that for another video that I do after this. But hey, if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and comment down below how you thought your team has gone. Are you happy with the players that they've kept? Are you upset with the players that they've released? Let me know everything down below. Hey, we're going to jump through every single team here, their released and retained players, their remaining purse for the auction that I think comes up in mid-December, I think it is. So it's going to be a big time this next few months for the IPL. And hey, let's just get straight into it. I think, as you can see right at the top, we're starting with the big heavy hitters, the former title kings, or I think this is actually alphabetical order, so that would make more sense. Okay, shout out to the IPL for this. CSK retained players. Let's get straight into it. Look, if I don't notice any of these names or I just think that they're not very important to the squad, I'm just going to skip over them. So apologies to the man, AJ Mandel. Okay, Rahane's been retained. Chaha, Conway, Thikshana, Patirana, Mitchell Santner, Dhoni, Ali, and it is also, of course, Dhoni. We knew he was going to go back around, but just to see that confirmation with my own two eyes, let's fucking go. Mukesh Chowdhury, Nishant Sindhu, Hangragekar, of course. That's good to see he's held on to. Jadu, Gaikwad, Rashid, Dubey, Simajit Singh, and Tushar Deshpande. So, I mean, they've pretty much kept that core squad that won them the title last year. So I think they've done really well. Into their released players, Akash Singh, Rayudu, of course, has retired. Ben Stokes, look, we knew what was going to happen with him. He managed and opted out. No, Dhoni said, pack your bags, buddy. Pretorius is gone, so that's, okay. Kyle Jamieson, which, you know, he's always injured, so it's no surprise, but he is such a talent. Margala, yes, makes sense. And Senapati, yes, also makes sense there. All right, on to Ricky Ponting's boys, Dali. So firstly, CSK, I think they've done quite well. They've kept the title squad together. Maybe, you know, I will have a future video in a few weeks where I go through what each team needs to target at the auction, but we'll save that for when it's closer to that date. Delhi Capitals, Abhishek Paral, Anrik Nordici. So I'm a little bit upset about that. Anrik Nordici, I was hoping they would release him and then, you know, the Punjab Kings could go and get him. But he's been retained. Very upset. Axar Patel, David Candace Warner. We love that. Ishant Sharma. Now, I guess because he's a very good, experienced guy to have around the group. He's a leader. He's been around for a long time, but is he going to play or anything? I guess he's pretty cheap and he doesn't waste an international spot. So I guess whatever. Kuldeep Yadav, of course. Lalit Yadav, Ngidi, Mitchell Marsh, which I was kind of surprised by Mitchell Marsh. I had a feeling that he would be let go and then they would try to buy him again, but they've backed him in. So maybe that's because Ricky Ponting is the coach, probably. Mukesh Kumar, Pravin Dubey, Prithvi Shaw, which honestly, I thought they were going to release him because of that knee injury. So good to see the man Prithvi still there. Rishabh, hopefully we see him back very soon. Khalil Ahmed, Otswal, and Yash Dul. So, yeah, I like it. I think they've done well here. The released players, Aman Khan, Sakurai, which I don't know. I would have been a thought to hold on to Sakurai there, but they've decided to go elsewhere. Naga Koti, Manish Pandey, Fizzer Rahman, which, again, very interesting. They've definitely cleared out a few bowlers. Phil Salt, yeah, probably makes sense. He is from England. Priyam Garg, Riley Rousseau, Ripal Patel, Romvan Powell, which I don't know. I don't know how much he was on, but he would have been a nice guy to have around still batting at 6 or 7. But anyways, or even 5. And then Sarfaraz Khan, who is more of a red ball player. All right, into the Gujarat Titans. Let's do it. Retained players. Sai Surdarsan, of course, we like that. Nala Kande, we like that. David Keller Miller, big tick. Now, it says Hardik Pandya retained, but we know that he has been officially traded to the Mumbai Indians, which, again, I will have a video after this, which I'm going to go in depth of the 2 big trades that happened, but yeah, just wild shit, isn't it? Jayant Yadav has been kept. Oh no, I'm thinking of Unadkat, never mind. Joshua Little retained, Kane Williamson, Matthew Wade retained, which I didn't see that happening, Muhammad Shami, Moet Sharma, Noor Ahmad, Kishore Tawattia, Rashid Khan, Shubi Gill, VJ 3D Shankar, and Ridaman Saha. So, interesting. I mean, I probably thought they would have let go of Wade and maybe even Josh Little, but they decided to hold on to a few of these guys. Okay. Alzari Joseph, Shanaka, KS Barat, O'Dean Smith, and Shavam Marvi and Yash Dayal have been released. So I didn't think Yash Dayal was that bad, but okay, fair enough. O'Dean Smith, that's a big tick right there. That man is busted. And Shavam Marvi, I mean, he's been around the IPL, the Indian team world for so long now, hasn't he? But I guess just hasn't turned into what people would hope. Into Kolkata now. We're getting into some heated stuff here. All right. Retained players. Andre Russell has been retained, which I don't mind that. Anakul Roy, Harshit Rana, Jason Roy, Nitish Rana, Gurbaz, Rinku, Shreyas Iyer, Sunil Narayan. Now, honestly, I thought that they would only keep one of Andre Russell or Sunny Narayan because they're just so old. They're on a bit of money. It's like, how many of these sort of guys do you want to keep? They've kept both. So, thoughts on that, Kolkata fans? Let me know. I don't know. If it was me, I would be a little bit annoyed because it's like, you know, one of them is okay, but then it's like, do we need to go and get a young all-rounder or some youth in? But anyways, that's up to them. They do have Venkatesh Iyer and Nitish Rana, who are sort of those all-rounder types, right? Where will we even up to? Sunil Narayan, Suyash Sharma, of course, Vibhav Arora, Chakravarthi, and Venkatesh Iyer. So, again, they've kept pretty much all of that key squad together. Released players, Namibia legend, David Weiss. That's a hard one to swallow. Johnson Charles, Lytton Das, Lockie Ferguson, the Mr. 69 himself. Jagger Desan has been let go, so interesting there. Shakib, Lord Takua, Tim Southey, and Umesh Yadav. So as you can tell here, their bowling lineup is completely gone. Like, they've kept the spin in Sunil Narayan, Siyash Sharma, and Chakravarthi, but their pace attack right now is Vibhav Arora. And looking at that, is he and Venkatesh Iyer can bowl pace. So who the fuck's going to bowl for him? I mean, they're going to have to go big in the auction here and go pick up maybe a Stark, a Cummins, who's the other guy? Dilshan Madhushankar, maybe, or, you know, some of these sort of guys. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Daryl Mitchell, I'm unsure. All right, where are we up to? LSG, okay. Retained players, we're getting through it. Amit Mishra has been held on to. Ayush Badoni, obviously. Deepak Hooda. It was rumoured that they were going to release him, but he's still here. Devdutt Padikkal, of course, was traded. Gotham, KL Rahul. So that rumour about him going back to RCB was a load of shit. Krunal Pandya, Kyle Mayers, Stoinis, Mark Wood, Mayank Yadav, Mohsin Khan, Ul Haq, Paran, Mankad, Dekok, Bishnoi, Takua, and Yudvir. So that's not Yudvir Singh. That's not the guy I was thinking of. Anyway, all right. Release players: Daniel Sams, fair enough. Unadkat, fair enough. Karan Sharma, Karun Nair, Mananan Varo. Oh my god, I'm just butchering all these names right now. I'm saying too many in a row. I don't know that guy. And Swapnil Singh. So they've done really well. Even though my mispronunciations there were very bad and it didn't make a whole lot of sense, I think they've done quite well. They've gotten rid of, I don't want to be an arsehole, but they've gotten rid of the players who were just sitting on the bench and not contributing except swirling up a bit of Gatorade. So I definitely like what they've done there. Mumbai Indians time. Akash Madawal, Arjun Tendulkar. Will he play a game? Who knows? Cameron Green retained, and then we know was traded to RCB, so just fucking insane. Dewald Brevis, Ishan Kishan, Berendorf, Bumrah, Kartikya, Tilak Varma, Nihal Wadahera, Piyush Chawla, Rohit Sharma, Shepherd was traded there, Milani, Surya, Tim David, and Vishnu Vinod. Okay, so again, they've kept pretty much that good top group of players that they have. There's, nothing wrong here. Chris Jordan, Dwan Janssen, Haridik Shakeen. So maybe if they wanted to keep that extra spin around of Shakeen, but even Janssen was a, capable sort of player, but okay, they've gone elsewhere. Jai Richardson, Archer, Ashad Khan, Randeep Singh, Rowley Meredith, it says, Sandeep Warrior, and Tristan Stubbs has gone as well, which I find a little bit interesting, but will be available to buy back again, so maybe they try and get him for as cheap as possible. But, you know, if you're picking between Dewald Brevis and Tristan Stubbs, one of them has, which one do you prefer, I suppose? And they've gone with Brevis, so... Okay, interesting times there. Let me know what you think there, Mumbai fans. Of course, then you add Hardik Pandya to this team. So this team's going to be fucking stacked, man. Like, they're going to bat so deep. They're going to bowl. I mean, they're going to have to go after a few bowlers. Like, don't get me wrong. They've got Cameron Green, who... Oh, no, sorry, he's gone. They've got Berendorf, Bumrah. And then who's your next pace bowler? Like Shepherd, you don't want to play every game. Arjun Tendulkar, is he finally ready for it? I don't know. But they're going to have to target one of those big pace bowlers. Wherever my mouse is, here we go. Punjab Kings. Let's get into it. This was definitely interesting. All right. Arshdeep Singh, the king, retained. I like that. Harpreet Brar, like that. Bhatia, okay. Jitesh Sharma, nice. Johnny Bairstow. Okay, I mean, I would have released him. I would have said, see you later, pack your bags, we're going to bring someone new in, but... Okay, Kagiso Rabada, obviously I do like that. I think, he is a little bit inconsistent in Indian conditions, but he's still a strike bowler. Liam Livingston, yes. Nathan Ellis, yes. Prabh Simran, yes. Chahar, okay. Rishi Dhawan, okay. Sam Curran... Yeah, I mean, I like Sam Curran, but he's just on so much damn money, but hopefully... him and Preeti Zinta can deliver something quite special. Shikhar Dhawan, Shivam Singh, Sikandar Raza. Released players, Rajapaksa, Brar. Matthew Short has been released, so... Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's a good decision. Mohit Rati. Raj Barwa has been released as well, which is kind of crazy. And Shah Rukh Khan, who is so inconsistent, but is a match winner, so... Yeah, I'm a little bit conflicted with these sort of retainees and released players, but you know what? I'm going to back Trevor Bayliss in. I'm going to back the boys in, and you know what? We may finish higher than 8th next season. We might finish in 6th or 7th. So go the boys. All right, on to the Rajasthan Royals. Adam Zampa has been retained. I'm very happy with that. Avesh Khan traded there. Jarrell, Ferreira, Butler, Kuldeep Sen, Saini, Krishna, Ashwin, Parag, Sharma, Sampson, Hetmeyer, Bolt, Jaiswal, and Yuzi Chahal, all been retained by Rajasthan. So that's a big key group there that's all been kept together. The released players, Jason Holder, so someone will probably pick him up again. Alan DeGeneres, aka Joe Root, see you later. Kuldeep Yadav, Murugan Ashwin, and Obed McCoy, the relevant names there. So, again, I think most teams have done quite well. I was probably expecting a few more releases from every single team, but honestly, it looks like most of the squads are trying to keep their main 10 to 11, 13 players together, which I think is quite smart because you don't want to go into another season, into a mini auction, and you've got half of your roster needs filling. Like, it is good to keep that same environment with the same sort of group and setup. RCB time. We've got the second last team here. Akash Deep, Anuj Rawat, Dinesh Karthik has been retained. Of course, I'm happy for the big fella. Very happy. But how often do you, he's old, man. It's time to play golf, isn't it? I mean, he's a great commentator. He could be commentating the IPL this season, but he's going to be playing... Again, he did kind of let them down the order last season. Of course, the season before that, he was very good. So, it's a little bit up in the air, but... he's probably still their best keeping option, so I suppose you leave him there. Faf du Plessis, Big Show, Sharma, Khan Sharma, Lomraw, Mayank Degar, of course, who was traded there for Shabazz Ahmed, Siraj, Patidar, Topley, Prabhu Desai, Kohli, and Will Jacks. So, okay, release players, David Wille, see you later, Finn Allen. I don't know about that. I would have looked to hold on to Finn Allen, but again, however much money he was on, I don't know. Harshal Patel, see you later. That's big. He did win the Purple Cap a few years ago in the UAE, but that's a big call. Josh Hazlewood as well, a massive call. I did not understand this when I first heard it and read it, but he's not going to be a part of the first half of the IPL due to the birth of his baby, or expected birth. So, you know what? Firstly, congratulations to the big Hoff machine, but that's a good decision, of course. You don't want to have someone who's costing you so much, who's only going to play half the games. So, good decision. They'll go after Stark or Cummins or Madhushankar or Moses Henriques, or just either one of those. Kedar Yadav, Bracewell gone as well, so was not given much of a chance. Siddharth Kool and Hasaranga, along with replacement player Wayne Parnell. So, yeah, they have released some big names, RCB. They have gone big with the released player names. I think they've done really well. I would have looked at holding a guy like David Willey, or even, honestly, Harshal Patel. I know that he was probably on a bit of money, but yeah, I don't know, because then I'm looking at their bowlers on the eye. Like, who is going to bowl? Like, who is their best pace bowler right now? Mohammad Siraj, Degar, is he a pace bowler? I think. Like, Topley? But he's always injured. You can't rely on Reece Topley every game because he always gets hurt. So they're going to have to go big in the auction for a few pace bowlers. Maybe they try and buy back Parnell or Patel for a bit later. But yeah, I don't know. They are giving up a little bit here at RCB, but they do have the biggest purse remaining. So we will get into that in a moment. SRH, the last team, and then we'll get into the salary caps and that sort of thing. Retained Abdul Samad, Abhishek Sharma, Aiden Markram, Singh, Bhuvi, Faruqi, Phillips, Klaasen, Janssen, Agarwal. So Punjab Kings legends still around. Makande, Reddy, Tripathi, Shabazz Ahmed, who was traded there, Natarajan, Umran Malik, and Washi Sundar. Released Adil Rashid. Okay, I mean, he's still a pretty quality spinner, but yeah, fair enough. There's going to be plenty of spin in the auction. Akil Hussain wasn't given much of a chance, but I am a big Akil Hussain fan, can do it with both bat and ball and field. Harry Brook, see you later, back to Birmingham or something, son. Kartik Tiayi, he'll probably get picked up again, and Vivrant Sharma. So that is the official list of the retained and released, and a few trades amongst that. Let me know what you're all thinking, but it is time to jump straight into the salary cap. But it is time to jump into every single team's remaining salary cap, available slots, squad size, overseas players, all of that good stuff. I've also put my face cam in the top right just so you can see every single statistic and all of the numbers and that good stuff. Okay, let's get into it. CSK. So they've got 19 players. They've got the third equal most still. So they've kept a good amount of that, key core. Overseas players, they've got 5. So how many can you add overseas players? I'm actually unsure. Is it up to 8 or is it 6? Someone let me know. Of course, too many numbers sometimes. I forget things. Total money spent. So 68 there. Look, I'm not too familiar with, I think it's in rupees. So they've got, okay, so let's go to the remaining salary cap. Let's do that instead. 31. So as you can see, they've got the third biggest salary cap remaining. They've got 6 available slots. And as you can see here, if I can read properly, it does tell me how many overseas slots they have left, which is 3. So 6 slots remaining, 3 of them can be overseas. So, wow, they've got some big things to do here, CSK. Of course, they probably need to target an all-rounder. Ben Stokes is gone. Do they look to replace someone in that middle order who can also potentially bowl? I don't know. Let me know what you're thinking, CSK fans. Of course, I'm not going to go into a deep dive of who the team should look at right now. I'll save that for a future video, but they've got a lot of big work to do, don't they, CSK? Like, they've got plenty of players, but they still need 6 of them. Okay, all right, let's continue. DC, 16 players, 4 overseas. They've only got 28 remaining, 28.95 remaining, which seems quite a little bit low. I mean, yeah, interesting there. Of course, they did release a few like bench players and that, so that makes sense why it's not that expensive. They've got 9 available slots and 4 of them can be overseas. So you imagine that they do not bring back Riley Rousseau because he is not that good. Phil Salt, another potential that you bring back, but Rishabh should be back with the gloves. So where do you put that into perspective? I don't know. Are you expecting that Rishabh misses a few games due to, rest and just managing his body, and then you need someone like Phil Salt to use the gloves? Do you then go after a KS Bharat maybe as that backup? I don't know. Interesting stuff there, but plenty of work to do for them. The Gujarat Titans, Hardik Pandya's men, or they were, probably Shupman Gill now, 18 players, 6 overseas players. They've got only 23.15 remaining, 7 available slots, and only 2 overseas players to fill. So that is why I didn't understand that they would keep someone like Matthew Wade and get rid of KS Bharat. Like, I know KS Bharat's not that good. He's more of a red ball player, but you're keeping Matthew Wade, who is your backup wicketkeeper to Ridhaman Saha. Wade's not that good. Like, I love Matthew Wade, one of my all-time favourite Aussies, but that man is pushing on in age. He's not going to save a franchise. He's not going to do a whole lot, in my opinion, for an IPL team right now. It's kind of a waste of a spot, an international spot. You could have just kept Bharat as a local player and probably on less money. So I don't fucking get that. But anyway, all right. So they've got, only 2 overseas players again, 7 slots remaining. They're probably going to fill it with a lot of local talent. Kolkata, sorry. They've only got 13 players. They've got a lot of work to do. They've got 32.7 salary remaining. So they've got, the third biggest salary cap going into the auction. They're going to have a big time. 12 available slots that Kolkata have. So they've got by far the most remaining and work to do in the auction coming up. They've kept Jay Russell. They've kept Sunil Narayan. So they've only got the 4 overseas slots remaining. Okay, interesting, isn't it? I mean, they did get rid of the Bangladesh guys and David Namibian Weiss, which was upsetting, but plenty of work to do. They do have a good core group to build around, though. I mean, Rinku Singh, Nitish Rana is a pretty good, top sort of echelon of players to build around. Gurbaz amongst it. So, wait, does Gurbaz play for Gujarat, or am I tripping? No, I think he plays for Kolkata. Look, there's too many players, too many names, too many colours. All right, I'm forgetting stuff. Moving on, though, they've got plenty of work to do, though, Kolkata. Of course, one of my favourite, other franchises from Punjab play in Eden Gardens. It's always beautiful stuff there. Lucknow, there's not a whole lot to do. They've got only 13.15 salary remaining, 6 available slots, and only 2 overseas. Okay, so interesting there. If anyone's a Lucknow fan, let me know. Mumbai Indians. What's to do here? So they've got only 15 salary cap remaining. I assume that is after the Hardik Pandya trade, or is that 15 that they have left going to the Gujarat Titans for Hardik Pandya? Someone fill me in there if that is updated. But if Mumbai have to use all of that 15 salary remaining on Hardik, they're not going to have anything left to get 7 other players. So, unless I'm just reading the numbers wrong, which I probably am like usual, it doesn't... something's not adding up here. Anyways, okay, well, Mumbai Indians doing the classic work, aren't they? Punjab Kings time. Let's talk about the boys. 6 overseas players already. How much? We've got 29 salary remaining, which is actually not bad. Preeti Zinta, you can do plenty of work with that. Get to work right now. 29, I do like that. Available slots of 8. So we do have a good amount to fill. Yeah, and only 2 overseas players. So that's why I didn't completely get the retain of Bairstow. I just don't rate Bairstow anymore. Maybe I'm just, my English hatred bias goggles are on, but I do not rate Bairstow that much anymore, at least in T20 cricket. I am up to be proven wrong, that is for sure. So only 2 overseas players. We're probably not going to go after a big name. It's probably just going to be a few of the local talents and then a few depth bench players. So that's okay. Probably just another great season coming up for us. RCB. Let's get into it. Overseas, hold on. Let's just go straight to remaining salary. They've got by far the biggest salary cap remaining of 40.75. What the actual heck? So they've gotten rid of Patel, they got rid of Hazelwood, Willie, a lot of guys who were on some big coin, Hasaranga as well, a lot of people who tend to get injured or don't perform when needed. So they've got lots of big stuff to happen coming up in the auction. Would be an exciting time to be an RCB fan, that's for sure. 7 available slots, and 4 of them can be internationals, so damn well they're targeting Stark, Madhushankar, Cummins, Ravindra. Did Devon Conway get... not Devon Conway, did Daryl Mitchell get retained? I honestly can't remember. Again, look, things happen so quick, but they're going to be going big this auction. They're going to be going hard. You know that man Virat Kohli is going to be amongst it. He's going to be letting people know who he wants, what should happen, and they've got the chance here to build an amazing squad on paper if it goes that way. But if they don't get the people they need, it could end up looking like a really average team. So it's a little bit of risk for this. Hopefully it pays off if you're an RCB fan. Rajasthan Royals, they've got just the smallest salary remaining. What the hell? No, sorry, the second smallest to Lucknow. 14 remaining, 8 available slots, and 3 of them are overseas. So they've got little to no money remaining, and they've got to fill 8 slots. They're in a bit of trouble there, I'm not going to lie. Like, are they just going to buy back a bunch of players for very cheap? Because that's what it's looking like. They have got not a hell of a lot remaining here. Yeah, I do not know what they're going to do here. Rajasthan fans, let me know what is going on. I do not know. Sunrisers Hyderabad, 34 in the bank remaining, of course. They got rid of Harry Brook. He was on $2 million kajillion dollars, which, helps free off a lot. And they did get rid of a few others. Can't remember them off the top of my head. 6 available slots and 3 of them being overseas. So look, plenty of work for them. Oh wait, they've got it right here in front of my face. They released Adil Rashid, Akil Hussain. So Akil Hussain and Adil Rashid would have been on a little bit of moolah, and that's probably about it. So they do have a good amount remaining. And can Kavya get to work and buy some absolute beauties? Who will know? But hey, that is how this one is going to cap off. Thought I'd just leave it there. I will, again, have a future video going through each team and who they need to fill into their squads for the auction, but that'll happen a bit later. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see everyone in the next one.